Welcome or welcome back to Tarot and Chill. My name's Nisha, and this is a bigger card reading to find out where is life taking you. I've got 3 groups for you to choose from. Group 1 is the green Topaz. Group 2 is the clear Quartz. And Group 3 is the Amethyst. Please pause the video now if you need to take a moment to make your choice, otherwise I'll see you in your reading. All the timestamps will be below. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates for you. And if you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. If you'd like a personal reading, the information will be below. You can also find details of my Patreon. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in your reading. This reading is for you if you chose the green Topaz. Let's see what cards you have. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have Taking Risks. From the Elemental Oracle, you have Transformation, Pressure. From the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, you have the Queen of Pentacles. And the Wheel of Fortune. And then from the Tower of Divine, you have the 5 of Cups. And the 6 of Coins. I'm feeling like there's going to be a change in your life with regards to your work, which seems like it's going to make you feel a lot more secure. But I do feel like it might involve a lot of risk and a lot of stress. Like it seems like maybe for someone you're going to be doing something which is like a lot more high pressure and a bit of a higher level. And I feel like you will get more money, and I think that will be very much helpful for you. Like you might be able to save more money and buy more things and find that your budget is a bit different. Like your budget might be more fun to play with. But I do feel like in some ways you might not be entirely happy with like the new job and the new routine. You might miss maybe having like a more simple routine, a more simple life. But it does seem like there is a lot to be thankful for and a lot to be grateful for. In spite of maybe you having a little bit more stress to deal with and a little bit more pressure. It feels like there's a whole world of possibilities opening up for you. And I feel like there's something which is like starting with you and starting at home. It might be a project you're working on or something you're doing. Or something to do with your home contract or your landlord or your property or your mortgage or something like that. There might be like a change in rates. I'm not sure if someone's rent's going up and it feels like it might be a bit difficult to pay it. But it also feels like there may be like a change coming that helps you to find a new direction, and I feel like it may end up going better for you than you expect, but it might take a little bit of risk. It might not be as easy as you would like it to be to kind of maybe like pay everything, or for you to maybe move for somebody, or for you to get a new job if you say don't like your current job or it's not paying well enough. Yeah, it feels like quite a difficult process, but also like you're going to feel guided and you're going to feel like it's right for you. It feels like you're making the right moves at the right time when it feels like the right moment for you. And it feels like some things are not going to go the way you want them to. But I do feel like ultimately you will be okay. It just seems like for some of you might be living on like a bit of a strict budget, and you might be having to be really mindful of your pennies, and you might have to make some changes to your routine and your habits. And your spending patterns particularly, to be able to make sure that you're okay. That keeps coming through. It's like something about budgeting and maybe being nervous about finances, and that might cause you to maybe look for a more high-paying job, and I feel like you will get something. But it just might be really tiring and different for you, and I feel like you still might have a similar like budgeting thing because you just might be spending more. It might like cost you money on travel or transport or other sort of expenses, and I just feel like you might want to spend more money because you have more coming in. I also feel like there's a friend who's really prevalent for you. It seems like a kind of companion or a companionship that's forming. And for some of you, I feel like you might be still getting over the loss of a past relationship or something, and it's like someone new is wanting to maybe make friends with you or talk to you, and it feels like quite precious for you, like this person is needed for you to maybe get over a hard time emotionally. They seem like really helpful and a friend. And for some of you, I feel like they do really good work in some way. Like I don't know if they have a job that they can guide you towards, or if they can maybe like help you, I want to say like rejig your finances or budget better, or they can do something for you. I'm not sure. It seems like there's like maybe a work friend or somebody new who's coming in. They seem really sweet, and I feel like they will put a smile on your face when you maybe don't feel that happy otherwise. Anyway, I feel like you're in a really good position overall and you're like safe and secure. And I feel like there are some changes coming to things that have been safe and secure where they're going to be a bit more risky. But I do feel like ultimately that's leading you somewhere that you're destined to go. It's kind of like getting you more in touch with your destiny. And I think there's always going to be an element of risk when you're doing something big. And it feels like you might be doing something quite big. Like I am seeing the sense of a project or something that you're working on that's really important for you to be working on. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of forward momentum with this thing where it makes some sort of big moves for you or some big changes for you. And it feels really exciting, and I do feel like you might not feel great about what you're doing at times, but ultimately I feel like things are going to go well for you. It just does seem like a bit risky, and like some of you will have like a very tight budget or a very tight schedule maybe, like you don't have much free time. Especially if you do find like a new relationship forms, I feel like it might add to your existing schedule that's already quite full. But it feels like there's some kind of opening and something that's about to be going well for you. Even if it is kind of like challenging, it just feels like you're kind of being asked to like step up to the plate and mature a little bit and do the right things, I want to say, and try and make the right decisions in the right moment. And I want to say try and be present in the moment, because it feels like really great things can happen for you, but you might sometimes be feeling a bit down and maybe looking down and not really looking straight ahead, or not paying attention to someone who wants to help you, or not paying attention to someone who wants to befriend you or go on a date with you or something like that. So I feel like you do need to try and be present in the moment to see what opportunities are available, because there's definitely some really special ones, and I feel like it's things that you've either been working on for ages or wanted for ages, things that are quite special for you and things that will bring you into a more mature and safe position in life, I want to say. But it does seem like there's a bit of risk on the way there. It's kind of like there's no reward without risk, or like the risk will give way to reward, I want to say. So I hope you enjoyed the reading group one. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you did, and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. It's for you if you chose the clear quartz. Let's see what cards you have. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have opportunity. From the Elemental Oracle, you have breath, life. From the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, you have the Devil. And the Five of Pentacles. And then from the Tower of the Divine, you have the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Coins. Feels like there's a lot of interesting things happening for you, and it feels like there are a lot of different opportunities that you can take advantage of. It feels like for some of you, you might be a bit stressed and concerned with material matters, finances particularly. I'm hearing like how to get food on your plate for someone. It's like really serious, like financial matters, and it's maybe quite stressful right now, but I do feel like you will manage to, I want to say like eat again and get the finances back to where they need to be, like get the bag that you need and get the sorted situation that's kind of safe and less insecure. I feel like you're going through a bit of a mission right now, like a bit of a difficult point of your life where you're maybe in need or finding yourself feeling a sense of lack and desiring things that you can't afford or needing things that you can't afford. Or for some of you, it might be missing someone who's no longer around, or missing someone who's toxic for you, or longing for sex but finding yourself alone, or longing for a relationship, finding yourself alone. And I feel like you might be feeling in a bit of a tense way about yourself as a result of it. It feels like it's very stressful, and you might be feeling lonely or wanting and needing, and I feel like it's not a very good space to be in mentally for you right now. But I feel like there might be a really good opportunity for companionship coming along with someone who's like food for the soul and food for the mind. And it feels like the sort of person where you won't be able to get enough of them. And they seem like they're very... I feel like they'll be very dead set on you and you'll be very dead set on them. And you have like a healthy bond, but it seems like you're very attached to each other when this person comes in. And I do see it being like a kind of in sickness and in health kind of bond, where you stay together even if someone's situation's bad or if things are not great in life. You guys will stick it out together and I want to say feed each other, like nurture each other's souls. I feel like life is going to get more interesting for you soon. But it does feel like there's some little problems to take care of, and I feel like some of you might be needing to make some small sacrifices on a material level. To be able to like pay the bills you need, like there might be certain things you have to forego to be able to get by in life. Like maybe, for example, you might be like, for example, maybe you're spending money on like takeaway or spending money on like dating or spending money on maybe like designer things instead of like the lower price things. And it might be affecting your budget. And I feel like you can like satisfy yourself with less for right now. And I feel like the longing might be a bit of a problem for you, like the longing and wishing for things, and you might be able to focus more on what's right in front of you and what you've already got, I feel like, so you can want less. And I feel like there is something really good and nurturing coming that's like belonging with you, and I feel like it will be very mutual, like a relationship that's mutual, but also a financial thing where it's like maybe a business partnership with someone where you have like a mutual arrangement where it benefits them and it benefits you, and everyone's getting fed, everyone's getting like a piece of the pie, everyone's making good money. So I do feel like there's some maybe like contracts and stuff to look into that might be, I'm hearing like a bit difficult right now. There might be something going on with the contract or like missing information to do with the contract. I am seeing like something to do with missing information, something that you might need to double check. But it feels like it's quite easy to sort out, and I feel like you can get a lot of, I want to say life satisfaction in the next piece of life, but it does seem like you have to go through a bit of hardship and trials and tribulations before then. And it's like you're being tested a little bit mentally. I feel like you will have days where you don't feel as strong, but then days where you feel like you've got it and you're really confident and you know what you're doing and how to do it. And I do see you getting through the difficult financial storm for those of you where it's like a financial thing. And some of you where it's like you're lonely, I feel like you're going to find companionship and it's going to be really satisfying. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that group too. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the Amethyst. Let's see what cards you have. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have Purification. From the Elemental Oracle, you have Marine Life, Richness. From the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, you have the King of Pentacles. And the Three of Wands. And then from the Tarot of the Divine, you have the Four of Swords. And the Six of Cups. Feels like you're going through a process of like looking to the future, and I feel like there's some doubts and there's going to be some stresses, but I also feel like you're building a lot, and I want to say like creating a lot of wealth for yourself, and it feels like you do have some very good long-term plans. And I feel like there's a lot to look at in your life and feel really interested in, and for you to get really involved in. Like there's a lot of projects to get stuck into. There's a lot of relationships to nurture, especially with people you haven't spoken to for a while. I feel like there may be some old friends to catch up with. And some family members. And I feel like you do have some really close bonds with people coming up. And it might be that you need to plan travel to go and visit someone far away. This could be a family member or someone you haven't seen for a long time. Maybe even since childhood. It could be like a childhood friend. But yeah, I do feel like you might be stressing. You might be really stressing over the journey or the distance or seeing someone you haven't seen for a long time or something like that. And I do feel like it's going to go really well for you. But you might need to make things simpler, like just try and simplify your journey or your travel arrangements, or maybe even like a decluttering would maybe help some of you, because I feel like you might have so much stuff that you're like crowded. And like maybe if you're traveling, you could try and travel a bit lighter. It's coming through, or for some of you, you might have so many friends that you can't catch up with them all. And there might be certain people that just stress you out, and maybe it's best to skip those in favor of other friends. Like, especially if you're going to like a hometown or somewhere you haven't been for ages, I feel like there might be loads of people that want to meet you. And you might just have to filter the ones that you don't really have time for out to focus on the ones that are really good for you. And I also feel like with work projects, you might have so much going on that it's hard to know what to focus on. And there might be some things you can clear off your plate for now and maybe plan to do later. And it feels like some of you need a little break from work. You might be really exhausted. And I feel like there might be some people who can help you if you do need a break. Like maybe you can delegate some work to a colleague, or maybe someone else can like take care of you if you need some time off. It just feels like there's some solutions to problems to be found, and it might be through asking other people for assistance. There might be someone really kind who can do you a really good favor that helps you out or saves you time or saves you hassle or saves you from stress, because I do feel like there's maybe quite a lot on your to-do list, quite a lot on your plate, and you might be overwhelmed trying to deal with it all. So yeah, there might be someone who can come in and help, maybe a friend who can take something off your plate, or maybe it's like to loan you money or to help you. Or I feel like for most of you, you won't need to be loaned money because it feels like you're in a good position. But yeah, for some of you, it might be like someone can help you like financially, or with a job that needs to be done, something on your to-do list is like the most likely option that's coming through. It's like there's something you need to do, but maybe someone else will help you. And it makes it easier for you and it makes it less stressful for you. I want to say pay attention to people around you and what they ask from you and what they offer to you and what the exchange is like. And I feel like there might be someone who does have like a really kind offer and it's worth accepting, even if it is like far away to go or a bit stressful for you. It just feels like worth it, and like there is something safe and secure there. I do feel like you're going to be in a safe, secure position and you don't really have to worry. But at the same time, I do feel like it's stressful for you because there is a lot going on. And I feel like you have a lot of projects that you do need to nurture and you need to give them your attention. And it feels like you can't do that if there's too many. So you do need to focus on the right things, but also I feel like you have the right things going on anyway. So I don't really need to tell you that. And I feel like your long-term plan is very good. And your short-range plan is very good. And I do feel like planning is very important. And trying to stay organized with things to avoid stress and last-minute problems and disasters, and like maybe having to get a friend to like, say for example, like help you do your tax return by the deadline or like something like that. It's like little minor things that you may have left so long that they turn into like big major stresses for you. So yeah, do try and like constantly keep lists, and I want to say like prioritize and organize and scrap things off your list if they're like not necessary and you're too busy. I feel like life is going to get a lot more interesting and rich for you with regards to a relationship that develops. It seems like maybe it starts as friendship, but it seems like someone who really cares about you. And I don't know if it is like a friend who's just like opening up to you maybe, or connecting with you in a really sweet way that lets you know that they're like a friend for life. But yeah, I do feel like there may be someone watching you with interest who thinks you're a really good person and thinks you're really sweet and like really appreciates you. But it might be like you have a mountain of work to get through before you can communicate with this person, or maybe vice versa for some of you. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the reading, group 3. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.